keep in mind I watch you and like, oh, this is creepy. This is creeptastic. Hello, Lauren here, back with some more Slipknot today. And nervous as usual. I will always be nervous before I do Slipknot anything just because I never know what's going to happen. My last Slipknot song was The Nameless. You guys delivered in the comments, let me tell you. I mentioned a book in passing that I didn't think anyone would even pick up on because it was one of the in-between parts that people tend to skip over. So the fact that someone picked up on that and it was like, oh, actually they did a song about that, I was just floored. So I'm excited about it because of why you recommended it to me, but I'm also nervous because I realize what album it's on. This is their first album, I think. All right, I'm gonna get a track list for this album because I don't know. Oh, Spit It Out. Okay, so I know one. It's the only one I know. I recognize some of these titles though from you guys recommending them. And needless to say, scared because I'm expecting sort of a Disasterpiece situation as far as all of it, the vocals, the sound, the everything. Let me get back to my lyrics. I have the lyrics here. I have to tell you, I did see the first line and I was like, yes. Just saying. Again, I don't know what that says about me, but I saw that first line and I was like, okay, yes, already a fan. As is customary, I'm going to take a look at this photo, which also I have been looking at before I started this because, as usual, a lot to take in. The placement of Pinocchio's mask is hilarious. Sid looks like some kind of an insect. I don't know if he was going for that. Like a black latex mask. There's nothing else. Who would that be? Let me see. That's gotta be... Is that Jim the Phantom Root? That can't be. Is that him? Because I'm thinking Paul is in the... It looks like some kind of an animal mask. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure. And then the other side of Pinhead, I think that's the Undertaker, which is my latest nickname, the Undertaker, for Mick. I think that's the angry eyes there, in the mask. And then Joey on the side, Clown Guy on the other side, Corey in the middle. So that has to be Jim the Phantom Root, right? Not a fan of that mask. I don't really like Corey's mask either, the dreadlock mask. I know that might be your favorite mask. His current mask, I don't really like that one either, even though it is the mask of my Funko Pop. So that's this picture for their debut. I mean, no wonder people were afraid. I'm still afraid. In case you did not see my Nameless video, I mentioned The Collector because it reminded me of that novel, which you should read if you're into that stuff. So this song apparently is based off of this book, so I'm already intrigued. I guess we'll get into this. I'm really nervous for this one, like more nervous than usual, just because this is the first album material, and that scares me. This picture scares me. Enough talking, let's get to it. Go. Just over here today. Tapping on a keg. Is that the keg? Something over here. Pinhead? It's like tribal. It's like a evil kazoo. Yeah, I know, I stopped it. I'm sorry. I need a minute. I'm like getting really nervous. It's like building to something. I feel like someone's about to be sacrificed. So I'm trying to get better at this to show you that I'm learning something, but I'll probably just make a fool of myself. So we had Clown Guy first, and then who was second? Pinhead, and then maybe Sid at the end, or was that Pinhead at the end? Sid is still giving me a lot of trouble because I can't. I mean, unless it's your typical DJ this kind of thing, then I don't know. Even though I'm scared right now, I really like this as far as, you know, being weird and different. And I always like how they do you know, if you start over here, then add something. I mean, I'm on board so far. Of course, no one's said anything yet, but I'm going to start it over because I think we need the full thing. I just needed a minute because I feel like something's about to happen and I wanted to get my heart rate back down. I promise I won't pause it until something happens where I'm forced to pause it, because that's usually what happens with the Slipknot song. Like, I have no other choice but to pause it. It's out of my control, okay? See if I could pick out who they are better this time. With the who's playing the evil kazoo? It's like an evil kazoo. Is that Sid? Evil kazoo? I don't know. Okay, go. That's not drums. What am I saying? This is what I meant. This. I'm thinking that's Clown Guy. That's just the guitar, isn't it? What was I talking about? Isn't that just the guitar? No, there's the evil kazoo. So far, love this. This is very cool. Evil kazoo. There isn't really a good time to pause it, but it's something I have to do. And yes, I will apologize every time I do it. When this first started, now, please don't give me hate for this, but I'm just being honest here. That's what I do. I got like a Marilyn Manson vibe with that vocal. Not the whole, it sort of went away after a few lines, but when he first came in, it was like, it was so Marilyn Manson to me. Anybody? Maybe? Let's see, I read The Collector. It's probably been maybe 2 years ago. I think she tried to escape out the window. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I really like the line, I couldn't help myself, I just took you, because, you know, that's just... I just love this whole point of view of this person that is so obsessed with someone that they actually take them. Which is a horrible thing, but I like psychologically, I think that's very interesting. You know, the mind of that person who would do that kind of thing from a psychological standpoint, you know. But the brain is just fascinating. Anyway, and the first line, even if you run, I will find you. I decided I wanted you. It's just like, you know what? I think I'm going to take you now. I think that's something I would like to do today. Tougher than I thought. I think the actual kidnapping part was pretty easy. There was something about his dog, and then he chloroformed her and put her in the van. I'm pretty sure. I don't think that was that tough. What was hard was the whole preparation of, like, you know, building where she was going to stay so that no one would know. I suggest you read it. It's very good. I mean, I'm definitely seeing parallels here. Let's see. I knew it was a mistake. Sort of had a hard time coming to terms with what he'd done. As far as the music part of it, the vocal I'm not sure yet. The music I really like because it's so different and it's not as heavy. And so you can hear all these intricate things because it isn't so much. You know what I mean? And go. I couldn't help myself, I just took you. Damn it, man, I knew it was a mistake. Damn it, man, I knew it was a mistake. Damn it, man, I knew it was a mistake. Damn it, man, I knew it was a mistake. 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 Weird. Mistake. Make yourself at home. You're here to stay. You won't bother me if you let me bother you. All the doors are locked, all the windows shut. Keep in mind, I watch you. Never leave my side, never leave me, fucker, even if you. Okay. This is a trip. Drumming, awesome. Awesome. These lyrics I really love. They're so twisted. Keep in mind I watch you and like, oh, this is creepy. This is creeptastic. You won't bother me if you let me bother you. I love these lyrics. They're so creepy. The vocal here, I'm used to it. I mean, it doesn't sound like Corey Taylor, but I like it. I mean, this initial listen, it doesn't have what the Nameless had for me. I don't even know how to describe the Nameless because that was just such its own thing that I mean, it just can't be compared to anything else. That was just like something. I really like these lyrics and I like all the music that's going on. And also the part that sounds like the siren thing that we heard at the intro, is that supposed to simulate sort of a screaming? Because it almost sounds like someone screaming in the background. All right, I'm going back a little ways. Go. This. Dear God. I know it's not a kazoo, but it's like evil kazoo. I'm sorry. Is that Sid? Who's playing the kazoo? I really hope it's Sid because that just sort of fits my whole image of who Sid is. If anyone were to play the evil kazoo, it would be Sid. This vocal is so good at capturing sort of the mindset of this person. Just spot on. I can't believe I'm doing this. The repetition of that is just so perfect. As it goes, it gets sort of more intense and more crazy, and like as I'm sitting here picking it apart, it's very interesting. But would I like put this on to hear a song? That I don't know. Like the Nameless is like good on its own as a song, whereas this is sort of more interesting, like what are they going to do next kind of thing. I hope that makes sense. I love this kazoo thing. I know it's not a kazoo. I know it's not a kazoo. Just humor me. Evil kazoo. Evil kazoo. Also, while I have it paused here, your question for the comments this time, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to explain it to you. Watch the Spit It Out video and you'll know what I mean. I just want you to tell me who your favorite Slipknot member is. That's it. Just their name. Bonus points if you use my name for them. So let's get back to this. Go. Just having a breakdown. Okay. I mean, this is one of the coolest ones I've ever heard from them because of all the stuff happening. In that way, I really like it. But as far as like, you know, I want to listen to a Slipknot song, I'm going to put this one on. I don't think it really fits that for me. I think there was probably like smoke coming out of Joey just smoking. I'm going to listen to this again and see how I feel about it with a second listen. So I will be right back. Okay, I hope you're still here because I like that so much better the second time. I don't know, it's almost like a completely different experience. I don't know why. I'm confused by it, but whatever. Yeah, it was so much better the second time. I'm not saying it's made the top 10, but I would definitely listen to this again, which is completely the opposite of what I said with my first listen. Strange. Some of the standout things, the drumming, Joey's on fire. The evil kazoo, I don't know what that really is. I kind of don't want to know because I just like the idea of it being an evil kazoo, but tell me what that really is, if you wouldn't mind. What is the sound? It's very interesting, even though it sort of makes me laugh every time it comes in because it just sort of comes out of nowhere. The "you brought it out of me" part, the way that was sung is just such a dead, just such a, I don't even know how to describe that. It's just so great how that is sung. How different it is in the rest of the vocal, it really made that part stand out. The whole fighting with himself over what he's done, I just so into that. That's just so great. It's just very interesting to me. I actually wish it had another verse. Like, I kind of wish there was more to the story. Like, I want to know more to this story. Standout drumming, standout evil kazoo, standout vocals, standout lyrics. There's a lot to like about this. Thank you so much for watching and for commenting and being just all around awesome people. I don't know where you came from, but I don't know. It's been very cool when I see names repeatedly. I'm starting to recognize some of you. Thank you for sticking around video to video and getting excited when I post a new one. So that is it for this video. Thanks for hanging out with me today. All right, you guys, I will see you for the next one.